Profiling the data. And we need to understand what do you mean by profiling the data. When I say the word profiling the data is initially, or in simple words, we can say it is all about studying the nuances of the data, checking for the anomalies, examining and developing the underlying data structures, and querying the data statistics like row counts, value distributions, minimum and maximum values, averages, and so on. The reason for going with this profiling, because it allows you to shape and organize the data so that interacting with the data and identifying the distribution of the data is uncomplicated. Therefore, helping to make your task of working with the data on the front end to develop report elements near effortless. You don't even need to spend like much effort on that, and then you will definitely be able to get a very impactful outcome from there. So now we can actually be able to examine the structures by using some of the very important pointers, which you can see right now. And some of the pointers we will just discuss in a minute. There are four very important pointers that we generally focus on. And you will find this profiling kind of information on your Power Query editor. So if I will take you back to my Power BI, and if we will go for the so now this is the data. Now in this data, when I will go to this view menu, in the view menu under this data preview, you will find out few options there. The first option, we call them the column distribution. So what is column distribution? Column distribution will show you the distribution of the data within the column. The second member of this family, we call them column profile. Column profile, which gives you more details about the data in the column, including basic statistics as well. The third important factor, we call them the column quality. This column quality generally tells you that how many null values we have, how many erroneous value we have, and how many valid values we have. So it fills out three very important factors, that null, then your error, and then valid values, which is there. So here we also have something known as column statistics, which will be available, which will actually tell you that how many zeros and null values exist along with the average value in the column itself. So if you want to check check them up, you just need to go like this. Okay. Now look at this from left to right. The first one is your column distribution. So it will give you the distributed information. It says there are 4 distinct values and 0 unique values, because you can say we have Australia, UK, France, and Germany. I guess that's the 4th value we have. So now at this point, uh, I can see that I have Australia as in repetitive values. Here we have 3 distinct values because we have bikes, clothings, and accessories. And this one is basically have 4 distinct values because we have repetition of 2005, 6, 7, and 8 as well. If you can see right now, this is the distribution that they are showing you there. And this is the sales amount. That going to be taken care. Again, that is basically the sales amount, where which will show you the sales information. Then when you will go at the bottom, sorry, first go on the top. So on the top, you can see we can also have an option for column quality. So it is showing me valid column, how many valid columns we have. If they have erroneous column, so it will show you that. Else, if they have any empty columns, they can also going to show you the empty records as well, if they have any. Okay. Plus, If I will take you to the bottom, there we have the column statistics. This is the by default count. It initially counts 1000 records. Suppose if you have 10,000 records, 20,000 records, but whenever you will see the column statistics generally takes only first 1000 records, and on the basis of those 1000 records, it actually detect the data type and all those stuff over here. So that's the very first and the most important part you can find out here, which is about the count. So the initial count that we can have, it will totally based on the top 1000 rows. If you have, even you have the 10,000 rows, so we generally go with at least 1000 rows right now. If they have any error, it will show you the highlight the error. Then empty value is 4, distinct value is 4, and if you can see, it is showing me a min and max, because alphabetically A appears before the U. So A is minimum and U is maximum. And here we have the value distribution, where you can also be able to see the numbers. For example, if I will go to this Australia, so it is saying that Australia have 12 records, 25%. Actually, they all have the 12 records accordingly. Same way. So now you can find out here the value distribution for this. We have a value distribution for UK, 12 records. For every particular details, we have 12 records, which is there. This is actually help us to understand the data, the distribution of the data, and the information related to this data, that what information we have inside this. Yes, puzzle? Definitely. Distinct values means, like if you can see right now, I have Australia. I have multiple repetitive values, correct? I have UK. UK have multiple entries. If I will scroll further, France have multiple entries and Germany. They all are distinct values because there are more than one repetition or more than one duplicated values are there. Unique means the value which appear only once in the query. For example, if you can see
Mm.
here, we have 46 unique.
Yeah.
46 uniques means that we do have some values which are only appears once in this whole structure. So that's why they
Okay.
are showing you the 46 unique and 47 distinct, because we may have two records which may be repetitive records. So distinct means the number of records, whether it has a repetition or anything, doesn't matter. It will only consider it as in one single count. On the other
Okay.
side, if you will go with a distinct only focus on those values which appears only once, which
Okay.
appears only once in the system,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
right? This is where the difference between these options you can find. So this is your query settings, and then this is basically what you can find. If they have error, we'll show you that. Empty, distinct for this, distinct for, and then minimum is Australia, max is UK. And then this is the profiling data. Simple to just get the quality information and so on.